Hi, I'm Richard Coleman and I'm Chair of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to this first vlog from the Trustees following on from our last board meeting. We started the meeting on a rather sad note with an email from Steve Parry-Hearn, one of our two trustees who are living with MND. He had written to give notice that he had decided reluctantly to stand down as he was finding getting to the meetings increasingly difficult. Steve, if you're watching this, thank you again for your contributions over the past 3 years. We will miss you. Sally Light, our CEO, presented her report and gave an update on performance against the various key performance indicators. These are the few key measures that tell us how we are performing against our strategy. A couple of highlights from this are firstly the good progress that continues to be made with use of the Transforming MND Care audit. This helps us understand how well our care centres and other services are performing against the requirements of the NICE guidelines. Secondly, she reported on the very high ratings that are being given by health and social care professionals to the training events that we organise. This is important because we know that despite the efforts we have made over the years, MND is still not as widely recognised or understood as we would wish it to be amongst health professionals. We had a brief report from Siobhan Rooney, the Chair of Care Committee, and she mentioned the meetings that have been held with a number of people at Rolls-Royce and other leading companies, and the proposal for the development of a technology think tank. It appears that Rolls-Royce is keen to become involved in innovative technology to help people living with MND, as well as thinking about sustainable technological equipment available to a wider population, and that could prove to be very exciting. After many years of searching, we had a welcome update from Neil Frey, Director of Finance, on progress with finding new office accommodation. He explained that having considered properties in both Wellingborough and Milton Keynes, a property on the outskirts of Northampton had become available just before Christmas. Due diligence had been carried out on each of the proposed new properties, and taking every factor into account, the Finance and Audit Committee was recommending that the Northampton property be the chosen option. The board was very pleased to receive this news, as it will enable all Northampton-based staff to work from a single building, and its location means that most, if not all, staff will be available to make the move. There is still, however, a lot of work to do on the lease negotiations and other contractual details to work through before it can be confirmed that the new premises are secured. Chris Wade, Director of Engagement, outlined his thoughts on the way the association might rethink its approach to membership. When we know that there are about 4,500 people living with MND at any time, it's surprising that we have only 9,000 members, whereas it might be expected that a membership comprising people living with MND, their carers and wider families, as well as our many other very active supporters, should be many times this number. Chris outlined a citizenship model of membership that is now being used by a number of other comparable organisations that would aim to bring the organisation closer to the people it serves by engaging supporters actively as citizens of the association. The year ahead for us is going, however, to be a busy one with our 40th anniversary events and hopefully a move to a new office premises. So we will be doing some preparatory work on our membership strategy this year rather than putting in place a major change. It did, however, sound to us to be a very attractive proposition. I hope this has given you a sense of some of the topics we discuss when we meet, and if you have any questions, do please feel free to get in touch with me through Sally's office.